Mary Beth. Mary Beth is the executive director of a program called Ride for Joy. And I don't know if any of you ever heard of this or not, but it's a very, very successful program that was designed for veterans of all ages who might have PTSD or anxiety problems or physical problems, and it's working with horses. And two veterans are here to tell you what their stories are, and one happens to be our very own Ed. Ed Cambel is a major volunteer here, and he's the one that brought this to me. And I went out and observed him working with the horses and the program, and I was so impressed that I asked them if they'd come here and just explain it a little bit, because it's just it's a fascinating program that a lot of people don't know about. So also with her today is Kathy. Kathy's a board member, and she donates her horses for this program. They're out on a ranch in Emmett. The ranch is donated. I mean, it's just such a huge effort on so many people's parts to make this successful. And then our veterans are going to be Ed Cambel. He participates in the program, and Lori McMonagle. She also is a vet who participates in this program. So let me turn this over to you, and I'll have you talk a little bit about it.
Okay. Well, Sue, thank you very much for inviting all of us to come and speak to all of you. And I am just honored to be here, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for your service to our country. My perspective, just sharing my story. All right. My perspective, sharing my story, is I'm an Air Force brat. My father fought in 3 world conflicts, and we lost him in Vietnam. That's just so that you know the segue here. I started at Ride for Joy as a volunteer. And as they began offering their services to veterans, I got extremely energized. So now I'm the executive director, and I couldn't be happier. It's a wonderful, wonderful place to work. I, too, had retired from my corporate job, and then now I'm back in it, and it's just a wonderful place to be. Horses. How many people here have ridden a horse before? How many of you would like to learn how to ride? Okay, well that's a good group. Perfect, perfect. Ride for Joy offers equine-assisted therapies. We are tied in with an organization called PATH, and I know we're all familiar with acronyms, right? That's the Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship that guides us on our standards. Our curriculum was developed by Yelm Air Force Base, and it is specifically geared towards veterans with mental, physical, anxiety. Anyone can benefit from our services. You just need to come and join us. I do want to turn it over to Ed and to Lori so that they can share their stories and their perspective. But I want you to know that we have a session starting up next week, and I'm holding 3 spots open. So if anyone is interested in signing up, I know that's quick notice, please come get with me. I will give you the cell number to our program manager, and you can contact her and get that set up, because we'd love to see you at the barn. The sessions go for 8 weeks, and it starts with introduction to horsemanship, and then we have beginning horsemanship 1 and 2, and equestrian drill team, which Lori is in our equestrian drill team, and then we have trail obstacle course, and we're also working on getting an overnight pack trip. We're going to be partnering with the Backcountry Horseman Organization. So we have lots of great activities for those that wish to come join us at the barn. So without further ado, I wanted to turn this over to Ed, and Ed would like to share his story, and then we can, if anyone has any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer any questions.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the museum again. I was out there just getting some information, and a spot was open, so I went into the beginning of horsemanship. For me, it was a fantastic learning experience. You know, I dabbled in horses before, but I didn't know all what it took to get a horse ready to ride. And so that was one of the experiences that I'm not going to forget. I got so much out of it. I figure I was fortunate in the fact as time went on, I got to ride, I had two different horses. One of them was, I can't remember his name, he was the oldest one out there. So when it come to cleaning his hooves, I was being a little stiff and stuff, so he honestly picked his hooves up for me to help me out. But it's the fact when we walk in there, no matter what how we're feeling, our attitude, because with the other three gentlemen, I got to watch different attitudes walk in there, and their horses kind of pick up on that. I know mine did. And we settle down, we get into each other's minds, so to speak. My second horse, nice little fat white thing, and stubborn. But because of him, it gave me the opportunity to see what goes on and to get out of myself. One of the big things that I got out of it was the fact that when I got through, I was able to relate to my dogs a little bit better than what I had before. I have a bad hip, and like they said, you know, with a little help, I got on the horses, I rode, I had no problems with that. It also helped my attitude an awful lot. Even, you know, we get down or something like that, but it helps me face reality in life a lot better. As time goes on, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple more of the programs out there, because it's going to add to my experiences and stuff in life. And I recommend it for everybody. You don't have to be diagnosed with anything. Just get a hold of Mary Beth and get some more information on the program. Find out the programs that are out there, and there's more than one. I also want to emphasize that it's not only for the men veterans, it's for the ladies. I want you ladies to get involved in that too. And I'm going to turn it over to this other young lady for a few minutes, and she can explain her experiences.
Hi, as I said, my name is Lori, and I'm a retired Air Force disabled veteran. 2 years ago, I barely left my house. My disabilities were taking their toll on me, and I started closing myself off. And my doctor at the VA tried to get me into recreational therapy, and I tried a couple things, but nothing was sticking, you know. And I finally got an email that talked about Ride for Joy. And I thought, if horses don't get me out to do things, nothing's going to. Because I've always loved horses. So I tried the program and got out there, and at first, like they said, the first part of the program, the first session, you don't even ride the horse. So at first I was like, are you kidding me? I came out here to ride horses. But now looking back, I'm so grateful for that time, because I really got to know about my horse, and it is my horse. I don't own it, but she is my horse. We know each other, and we trust each other. I trust her, and she trusts me. But anyway, you learn all about signals to watch for, the muzzle, the ears, everything. And I used to come out there with a lot of stress, and after just a few minutes of grooming her, it's all gone. I felt so good. And I've been doing it, like I said, for 2 years now, and Ride for Joy really is the door that opened me up to other things. I'm in water therapy at the pool. I'm in a veterans hiking group now. I've gone snowshoeing and cross-country skiing, and this summer I spent most of it kayaking, which I never thought I would do ever. So I can't say enough good things for this program. The staff is wonderful. They make you feel safe on the horse. You start out with sidewalkers and a leader, and the best day is when you can fire your sidewalkers because you feel safe and you feel comfortable enough with your horse. And I want to give a thanks, like Kathy, she's a big fundraiser, and the sponsors that help with this program make it possible for the veterans and the disabled kids and all of us to attend this program. And I can't thank them enough. It's been wonderful for me. I have my life back, so I made it through without crying.
Does anyone have any questions? Yes. Okay, we're out at the Circle G, it used to be the Circle G River Ranch on West 4909 Idaho Boulevard. So it's up on the bench. Letty and Jerry Gwynn used to own it, and it recently, we have a new owner, and they've just been wonderful to work with. So, and we are looking to eventually move closer, come back what I call over the hill, to be a little closer to our market, but right now it's fabulous and it's working for us there. Yes, sir. That's okay, that is a great question. He wanted to know more information about when you sign up, for how long, and how long you'd be coming to the barn. So thank you for asking that question. 8 weeks, you come to the barn 1 day a week, and your session is an hour. And as Lori was speaking to, you will be grooming the horse, you'll be tacking the horse, riding the horse during that hour. And we have arena work. All of our instructors are PATH certified instructors, so there is a curriculum for each session. And now that I'm thinking about it, some of the curriculums might be a little longer than an hour. So it would be somewhere between an hour to 2 hours, depending on which curriculum you're in. Anything else?
And there's no charge.
Okay, well, cost. I figured someone would ask that. Thanks to some of our amazing donors, Ride for Joy actually in 2014 lowered our tuition to $10 a lesson. And that's our current cost, $10 a lesson. And we do have scholarships available. So if someone wanted to apply for a scholarship, we have several donors that provide those. So what I'm saying is that we don't want anyone to be discouraged from signing up because of the cost.
Anyone else? Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much for having us here. It's been wonderful meeting all of you and talking to you.
It's a great program. I was sure impressed with it when I went out.